as big as Ed Hillary was. Well, he was the boss of the waka, you know. He was the man. He felt at home on the ocean. Through his reconnecting with all of that knowledge, it's brought all of us with him as well. And now it's been reclaimed for Aotearoa.
Toby Mills and Aileen O'Sullivan are co-directors of Whetū Mārama, a new documentary on the life and work of Sir Hek Busby.
I was fascinated, but not only by the character of the man, but by the knowledge that opened the world up, you know, the knowledge of celestial navigation, the connection with other waka builders and master navigators throughout the Pacific, throughout Polynesia. I kept saying to Toby, you know, this is a big story. It's a seriously big story, and it needs a big film.
Shooting new footage for that big film began 3 years ago, but for Toby Mills, the journey started a lot earlier.
I started filming with Hector, you know, some 15 years ago, and travelling with him around the world to build canoes. He used to ring me up and said, "Toby, what are you up to?" I say, "Why? I'm going up to Hawaii, you coming?" And I would go, "Why?" He said, "I'm going up to build a canoe, build a waka." And he says, you better bring your camera." But, you know, it was such an experience travelling with him, being with him and around him. You know, it was just, yeah, it was really an honour.
You've had a relationship with Hek for a long time now. What was he like when he was being interviewed?
He loved the camera. He loved attention. I mean, he was a very open person, and he shared, you know, a lot of his knowledge with a lot of people.
So you line up the star or the sun when it rises, all line up together, and you must be going north.
Using complex equations based on mātauranga Māori, Hek also created this huge outdoor compass at his home at Aotearoa Beach in the far north.
And that way we can measure the southern stars from that seat above the horizon.
He would have an idea and then he'd do it. And there wasn't all that mucking around of how we're going to do it. He was a driver. And he was a maverick thinker. He was solution orientated.
From building New Zealand's first ever wakahaurua in recent history, to sailing the Pacific Triangle using his own star compass, and establishing a new celestial navigation school, his story and legacy lives on.
That's the most valuable thing, you know, our tamariki, they realised we're the greatest navigators in, you know, the world. And we traversed, you know, the vast expanse of Polynesia, and it's not a theory or a myth anymore, it's reality.
Hek Busby began his career building bridges in the far north. He built more than 200 before quitting to pursue his true passion.
At the age of 50, he changed streams and became a waka builder and a celestial navigator. I mean, that's really remarkable in itself, but that's the lesson he's given me, is that you actually, just because you do what you do now doesn't mean you have to do that forever. You can do whatever you want, and he did it.
Hek's canoe building was entirely self-taught. He went on to sail around Aotearoa and other Pacific islands, becoming the first Māori to be appointed a Polynesian Master Navigator.
If it wasn't for the waka, we wouldn't be here today.
His story, and a whole lot more, is told through recent interviews, archival footage, and dramatic recreations.
And I'm just so happy that we've managed to collate this material that I managed to collect and then go and capture new stuff before he passed away and actually put it together and have this tribute to him, really, and something that we know now that they'll live on forever.
In 2019, Hek passed away. He was laid to rest at his marae, Te Uriohina, in Pukepoto.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
It was shocking. It was. I remember I got so used to Hek being old. I just got used to it, and he was, every time we went up, he was the same. You know, it was the same energy, it was the same bloke. And then Toby rang and said that, you know, he'd passed, and I really got a deep, deep shock.
But tā Hek being Hek, just because he was gone, didn't mean there was still important mahi to be done.
He left the to-do list, and everybody had things that they had to do, and everyone would talk to each other about, oh, what do you have to do? I have to do this, he's left me this to do, and it's like, and he had all the gaps filled for everyone to like carry on his legacy.
What was your to-do list? Did you guys
Finish the film.
Finish the film. Finish the film.